Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's so good to see so many faces of friends and comrades that we haven't seen for a long time. And like Pumla was mentioning this morning to me, it's always under such circumstances that we sort of get together and then meet up with one another again. But I would also like to say good morning to Barbara in Extensia and to Zora, Comrade Kathy's niece, his faithful escort, who was his personal assistant and friend, who's here with us this morning. So my sincere thanks goes to the Kathrada Foundation for the privilege to pay tribute to Comrade Mohammed Kathrada, whose mortal remains was laid to rest here 6 years ago. I met Kathy, as we all fondly refer to him, for the first time during the 50s at a fundraising party when I was involved in SAPTU. And if you can remember that SAPTU was a forerunner of COSATU of today. So I was at the fundraising party, and that is when I met Kathy. And as I described to you at his funeral, he so loved dancing. He took it very seriously. He believed he could dance, but he had 2 left feet, but wouldn't give up because of his fondness for it. I also remember his many valuable attributes, and one of them was his kindness and compassion. And I want to speak about that kindness. During the Congress movement, I was appointed as an organizer. And because there was very little money, we were not paid. But Kathy, out of his own kindness, would collect amongst the comrades. And they too didn't have money. But still, they were willing to part with the little that they had, and he would come and give it to me because I needed to pay my boarding where I lived at the hostel in N Street. So that was Kathy's kindness, but he also, out of compassion, arranged with Helen Joseph for me to get a full nutritious meal at least once a day. Because I was an organizer of the Colored Congress at that time, and he felt it was important because of his commitment and his vision of a non-racist South Africa. He felt that all the different race groups should be organized. But in the colored situation, the Colored Congress was just a band of people in Johannesburg. The majority of the Colored Congress was in Cape Town, a larger organization. So Kathy arranged for me, through Helen Joseph, that I go to the office. Helen Joseph was the secretary of the Medical Aid Society of the white section. And they had a canteen. And every day the white members of the medical aid would have their lunch there. And I would have to walk from Johannesburg, Main Street, right down to where the offices were in N Street. And I would have to wait there until all of the white members are out of the canteen, and then I would be sneaked in by the auntie who did the cooking and sit down to have a full meal. And that is why Kathy arranged, because he felt that the organizer for the Colored Congress should be a strong and healthy person, and he felt that this is one way of keeping me healthy and strong because of his commitment to his vision of a non-racist South Africa. But there were times when he was a humble and a dignified soul. He was fearless and brave and was steadfast in his commitment to the principles that he stood for. But there were also times when his cup runneth over and he would lash out, especially to the special branch of those days. They fell victim to his indignation during times that they harassed him. Another side of Kathy's personality was his naughty, strict, and dry sense of humor. Like the time when a small group of us were socializing during a recess at a gathering, and up marched a very well-known comrade and joined us. And with a deadpan face, Kathy said to us, the group, "Do meet comrade so-and-so," I can't give you the name. Do meet comrade so-and-so, the most married man in the whole Congress movement. I need not say any more. So we are here today to pay our respects to a humble giant of immense proportions who had a vision of a just and equal society and would live, and he would live his vision to the very end. But long before he passed on, Kathy already observed the signs of the rot and the decay that had set in, and he saw his noble vision began to fade into obscurity in his beloved country. And so, true to his conviction, he condemned the chaos, the looting, and the destruction that was unfolding before his eyes. So the question and the elephant in the room is what Sean referred to. How can we all arrest the degradation which we suffer from in our own democracy? Can we safely say that our hopes rest in civil society, in the younger generation, and in every capable woman and man to put enough effort and determined constant pressure to those in authority? So we owe it to Kathy's sacrifices that he made so sincerely and so tirelessly to realize and defend everything that he fought for. He was a selfless, true servant leader, which is not what we have today. So let us remain encouraged, inspired, and emulate his legacy. So long live Kathy's immortal spirit, long live. I thank you.